Mushroom Kingdom. Here we come.
Today we're going to be doing a discussion. Today's discussion is on the Mario Bros. Movie. Now, I saw everything going down a week ago, but I decided to hold back a little bit to be sure no more leaks were going to happen involving this movie. And now, since it's been like a whole week, I'm pretty confident that we're not going to immediately get more leaks, making this video outdated. That's kind of the problem with hitting news when it's fresh, is that there might be more news just around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Because there was already a leak before the trailer, and who knows, there could have been a leak like not long after it, but I think at this point, if there's going to be another leak, it's going to be like a month or two down the line.
So before we start talking about the trailer itself, I think we should talk about the leaks. So the first thing we got was the official poster from Nintendo and from Illumination, and it shows Mario standing in front of a bunch of toads in the Mushroom Kingdom. That's it. There's a lot of cute little Easter eggs, like a toad hitting a fucking question mark brick. There's a lot of cool behind the scenes shit, but other than that, it's just Mario with his back facing the camera. Then we got a leak from a Discord claiming that they had a McDonald's render of Mario, Peach, and Toad all facing the front camera. And we now know that this is a real leak because the design for Mario matches up with what we see in the trailer. That being that his gloves have little slits on them, his shirt is collared, and he has a more pudgy humanoid face rather than his typical cartoony Mario face.
Honestly, kind of surprised, because I think that leak came out a day or two right before the trailer came out.
Yeah, it was the day before the trailer came out. So
Yeah.
when the trailer came out, all of that was confirmed, but weirdly enough, in the trailer, we don't get to see Peach at all, and they already have Peach's render done. So it's weird that in the Mario movie, we get to see Bowser, Toad, Mario, Luigi, but no Princess Peach. I'm wondering if she's going to be only at the end of the movie, like that we actually get to fucking see her. It seems like that might be the case.
Maybe. Well, seeing how the first game, it was just you were running through and you had to fight Bowser, and it wasn't until the very end of the game that you got to see Princess Peach. They might be doing something like that. Don't know yet. We'll just have to wait and see.
Let's talk about what the trailer consists of. So in the trailer, we get to see Bowser. He shows up to fight little penguins. The penguins act like they're tough, throw snowballs. Snowballs do nothing. The penguins ask Bowser, does he yield? He chooses to not yield. And then he immediately burns down their castle and he steals the Power Star. And I kind of feel like that the "Who's Gonna Stop Me" line might just be for the trailer because of how out of character it sounded, and it sounds like a setup just to introduce Mario. This isn't a new thing. It's actually done a lot in trailers, so I wouldn't be shocked if that line isn't actually meant for the movie.
Yeah, really wouldn't be shocked. Although I think it was a good moment, and if there were more parts like that, then that'd be cool, but I kind of doubt it, because like you said, it sounded kind of out of character.
It was a good moment, and I really love seeing the Koopa army. There's like this one Koopa with an eye patch, and he'll lift it up to look around, because it's not really an eye patch, like he doesn't need it. The Magic Koopa voice was perfect. I love how Magic Koopa sounds. It's literally how everyone anticipated him to sound for a long time. Bowser casted perfectly. The penguin has a perfect voice. Then we are introduced to the most controversial part of the trailer, that being our boy Chris Prattio. And when it comes to Chris Pratt Mario, it kind of divided the fandom. There are some people that are like, we like the 1980s Super Show Mario, where he has a gruff Brooklyn accent. And then there's some people that are like, literally, I want Charles Martinet so bad, I am going to text-to-speech him over this man if you do not get Charles Martinet to voice Mario.
That's just ridiculous, honestly. Because I get it. Most people, at least nowadays, probably didn't really grow up with the Super Show Mario. They probably are used to Charles Martinet and want the more Italian sound to him. But honestly, I kind of like the direction they went in the movie. Like, I really wasn't sure what to expect when they cast Chris Pratt as it, and I think I like it well enough. It's okay.
Another thing people really complain about that I think is extremely petty is that he says, Mushroom Kingdom, here we come, instead of Mushroom Kingdom, here we go. And yet again, that could just be for the trailer, but even if it isn't for the trailer, does he have to say the Bing Bing Wahoo theme in order for you guys to be happy? Does he have to fucking say all the typical Mario catchphrases in the trailer to be happy? Like,
Yes,
it'd be like if he
literally.
looked at the camera, he's like, so long, gay Bowser. It just seems silly. It's like, it's just a teaser trailer. It's not even the real trailer. And the lines are probably recorded on the spot for the trailer. And I think his line delivery was perfectly fine. I disagree with the people who say he just sounds like Chris Pratt. I think he is doing a gruff Brooklyn accent, and I really like it for Mario. And Toad is fucking perfect. Like, I was highly skeptical of Toad, but not anymore. Toad is played by the best fucking choice, and I 100% agree with his voice.
Yeah, honestly, I completely agree. Because it's kind of worried as to how they do Toad, because Toad typically has an annoying voice. So you either get it annoying and you have to sit with that throughout the whole movie, or you get someone who doesn't really sound like Toad. But I think what they went with is a perfect middle ground. So he's got that kind of annoyingness to him that Toad does, but he's also not terrible. Like, I can totally stand this.
From how Bowser sounds and from how Mario sounds and kind of from how Toad sounds, it seems like they're taking more voice influence from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Because Toad has that annoying, squeaky, high-pitched voice with like a bit of gruffness to it. Bowser has like that cartoony villain voice instead of like the voice Nintendo gave him, which was god-awful. And Mario and Luigi just sound like they're from Brooklyn. And we only get to hear like one little grunt from Luigi, but it sounded pretty much what I expected. Luigi appears at the very end of the trailer, only for like a second. He's running away from Dry Bones, and that's it. So, from all that we've gotten from the trailer, I'm going to tell you what I think the plot is going to be. So, the beginning of the movie is going to be Mario and Luigi hopping job to job. They'll start with Donkey Kong with being carpenters. Donkey Kong will fuck up their business, and then they will have to move on to being wrecking crew people. And then that's when Foreman Spike gets in the way, and Foreman Spike fucks up their business, and then they have to move on to being plumbers. And then when they move on to being plumbers, that's when they get sucked into the warp pipe, like we see in the trailer where Mario pops out of a pipe. And that's when they end up going to the Mushroom Kingdom. They end up fighting Bowser, and that's what their real calling is for, is to be heroes in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, like, that definitely feels like the direction they're going to go from what we've seen, because we definitely see that he comes through the warp pipe, and we know they're plumbers, so we don't really get to see anything before then. I kind of doubt they're just going to have it be they start off as plumbers, and then they just immediately get taken to the Mushroom Kingdom. If they do that, it's gonna kind of be sad, but I mean, it's the beginning part of the movie.
I mean, I don't think that'll happen solely because we have voice casting for Foreman Spike and Donkey Kong, and those are characters. Yes.
Okay.
Those are characters pre-Super Mario Bros. So it only makes sense for it to be the other way. And the fact that Mario pops out of the warp pipe, and from hearing the voice cast as they are, I think they're going to take even more influence from the Super Show. And in the Super Show, he got sucked through a warp pipe and popped into the Mushroom Kingdom in almost the exact same way. He rolls out of the warp pipe, like literally almost shot for shot. So it's weird how much this has in common with the Super Show. And I think that Luigi is going to spend half of the movie on his own trying to find Mario. Then he'll find Mario, and then there'll be the Mario Bros at the midway point. That's my own guess. Like, Luigi's going to be on his adventure, Mario's going to be on his adventure, and then they intersect in the middle.
This is just my guess, but from what they showed of Luigi, it kind of looks like they're going to be at least doing a little bit of Luigi's mansion, because he's in a creepy forest, he's in a mansion. I think he had a flashlight. And he's being chased by Dry Bones and other, like, spooky guys, so I think that's gonna be fun. Honestly, like, I was hoping that we'd get to see Luigi in this, and he's only in a clip at the very end, but I'm still really hyped about it, honestly.
So, I think the takeaway from this is that this is the best voice acting we've ever had for Bowser. This is the best voice acting we've ever had for Toad, excluding the video games. And despite Mario and Luigi not sounding like the cartoony video game selves, I think the gruff Brooklyn voices is going to be better for a serious narrative, because I could see Charles Martinet's voice getting grating. I could see getting Charles Martinet as a voice actor for this movie as a hard sell. I think Charles Martinet will still be in the movie. He just won't be Mario. He'll be some other character. I'd be shocked if Charles Martinet isn't at least in the movie in some capacity. And I know that people are like, well, Charles Martinet has this voice acting job and that voice acting job. He could do it. They obviously decided that that wasn't good enough and that they wanted to go a different direction. Mainly because it's Illumination. They want big names. Blah, blah, blah. Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. That's the voice I'm skeptical of. But yeah, you just kind of have to roll with the punches. I think it could have been a lot worse, and I really like how similar it is to the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, because I grew up with that show. I really liked that portrayal of Mario. It's different than what we expect, but because I've been a Sonic fan for so long, I can kind of just deal with characters switching voices randomly, because Ben Schwartz does not sound like Roger Craig. Roger Craig does not sound like Jason Griffith. Jason Griffith does not sound like anyone that came before him. That's just the way it goes. It could have been a whole lot worse, and I think we should just consider ourselves lucky that we got voices that sound this good.
Since on the poster we see a bunch of Toads selling stuff, do you think if they were to have him in as a voice actor, they might be selling plushies at the very end of Mario or something as like, since you saved us, like, here's stuff we're doing for it, like, we've got plushies to honor you, and like, it has his voice for the Mario plush?
Something like that could be cool, like maybe a cartoon show on the TV or a video game made after them, and then it has Charles Martinet. There is going to be a Martinet Easter egg. I'm calling it now. It's going to fucking happen. But
I would be surprised if there wasn't, honestly.
We have to remember the main point of this movie existing, and that's because they're making a Nintendo amusement park that's attached to Universal. So this is mainly to sell the amusement park, which is why the poster looks like how the amusement park is set up. This is years in the making. They're not going to fuck it up. It is 100% going to be a good movie. Will it be as good as Sonic movie? Who knows? Miyamoto was blown away so much that he insisted on reworking the Mario movie after seeing Sonic 2. So, I think it's going to be good. We just have to wait until it's out.
Just be ready to swing your arms from side to side.
Come on, let's do the Mario.
Take one step and then again.